10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2 of this best of 3 series here in ESL One Frankfurt qualifiers. Team Finem versus Team Spirit in a lower bracket match. That means the loser of the series is out of the running for a spot in Frankfurt. And just on a side note, I cannot wait to go there again here. If you've been to ESL One Frankfurt last year or the year before, or what's the point? If you haven't been, you should definitely make the time if you can. It's definitely a worthy experience, but enough of the plugs, enough of the advertisements. Definitely do not have not been paid by anyone for that. Team Spirit, they're up 1-0. They only need to win this one to move on in low bracket here and not get eliminated. The next opponent would it be Navi or Diggity? They have yet to play that game, obviously, with Navi being in Starlight and everything. And come on, guys, please do not remind me of the start of the games that I'm missing because I'm casting this. I'm absolutely sure that Capitalist made me cast this one so I could watch for himself. But I don't know. I'm not salty. I'm happy to cast these fun games of Dota. Especially my boys, the Greeks at Finem. I'm casting them quite a lot. Team Spirit, not so much, but it's still fun to watch nonetheless. So, take a bit of a look at the draft here. Also, side note, I'm not being joined by Bono again because apparently that Dota is down and has been for a while, so that does explain the lack of stats in that last game. Gonna see another Beastmaster here, no big surprise. Very meta hero, just gives you so much. You have that strong knockdown from the Raw early on. You have the decent laner with the boar, able to stay in lane, be annoying, maybe get a kill or two here on an unsuspecting support if he's out too far, he's slowed down. And you can also, obviously with the Iron Talon nowadays, you can also get that extra farm from the jungle that you're looking for to get your levels going. And the Inner Beast, super good for pushing conjunction with the Necro Creeps. And though they're the ones picking themselves up the Enchantress, so that's not gonna go the way of Team Spirit again, and they go with the Sven in the first phase. So that's a hero that has come into popularity in the last couple of weeks. And all scenes really, I've seen you've also cast some SEA and Chinese stuff, and they really look at the Sven as, they really value the Sven very highly as well. It's not just a European thing. What I have observed though is that the Chinese and the SAA teams have been much more vigilant, much more insistent about stacking up the Ancients for the hero, and that's such a good mechanism that you have available to you, this hero in particular, to either catch up in terms of farm, being shut down early, or just skyrocket to high heavens, get like 3-4k gold advantage just with the constant ancient stacking and farming. You can kill them very easily with the cleave and very quickly as well if you pop a god strength for it. So, I hope to see Finem do something like that today in this game. And be up against similar kind of lineups so far here. Not just the Beastmaster, but also the Invoker. It's again coming towards Iceberg, probably playing that again. Not the greatest start in the last game, obviously, but he was able to bounce back, got himself the Midas, and that's all you really need. Midas in some time, and any Invoker will be happy at some point. Obviously, whenever you go into the later parts of the game without having one up against the Invoker, it's just gonna get stronger and stronger, because at the end of the day, all it really needs is levels to get a lot of effectiveness out of the spells, also get some more stats along the way. Witch Doctor though, also common support together with the Sven.
Reserve time.
Also, Sven up against the Witch Doctor would be pretty damn good as well. With him, there's not too much direct synergy. But obviously, it's a nice hero to have in general. Talked about it in the last draft. You have the cast, which is quite nice, especially up against the Beastmaster here. Witch Doctor is a hero that can zone him out. Side that offline if he solo, unless we will see any shenanigans coming out from in terms of duo offlanes here in this game. The Witch Doctor should be doing fine to secure the Sven's farm. Late down the line, you have that sustain from the heal, as well as that extra damage from that Death Ward. Team Spirit, they take a lot of the bonus time to think about this here. They banned the Death Prophet towards the Oracle, so kinda hating the Prophets.
10 seconds remaining.
This is the point where they decide the rest of the strat, right? Invoke and Beastmaster can kind of fit into anything. Trying to go with the Bane, so that to me spells a bit more early game oriented. I don't know what I was gonna say, or how I was gonna phrase it. But Bane generally, a little bit more early game oriented. Obviously, you have that Fiend Scoop, which is another really strong knockdown that goes through BKB, and picking a puck into that, I'm not sure if that's the right decision. Right? You have a lot of control from the Invoker, you have a lot from the Beastmaster, as well as the Bane now. So, I don't really see that Park doing very well inside that middle lane. Maybe that offlane Park with the Enchantress in the 4 position. Another one for the middle lane. I also want to say that would be a better choice, because every time Bane rotates in, you're gonna have the Nightmare into the Sunstrike setup on the Puck, which then you can't really dodge. Especially if you use your orb aggressively at some point to try and snag up some last hits. Prime opportunity for Team Spirit to go for that. Find out and they get the Morphling here. Okay, so they kind of go back to that Illidan mainstay. His favorite heroes. No one else really running it as much as he is, as far as I'm aware. He's strong if you can get ahead, obviously. Very mobile, very hard to lock down. Once again, that's something that at Finem is lacking, right? They have silence from a puck. I think silence is the only thing that's can really shut down a Morphling with just with the strength morph, just making sure that he can't get that going right away. That's Wisp. All right, that's interesting now. Last pick Wisp to go with Sven. Pretty mid. Pretty pair in mid. Puck in the safe lane, help out by the Witch Doctor and Enchantress in the offlane. Interesting now, interesting. At the same time, I just see Sven in the safe lane, helped out by the Wisp and the Witch Doctor. There's some inherent synergy between that as well. You have a lot of heals coming out, 2.5 times Witch Doctor heal if all these 3 heroes are together and tethered up. And Crystal Maiden, alright, some new heroes being picked up for Team Spirit. Obviously being up 1-0, can go for more of an experimental lineup, and this is definitely it. I like to see him though. It's actually not all that uncommon up against Enchantress or jungle heroes in general, like also the Chen, obviously. Because the Frostbite works so well up against the creeps, especially against Enchantress. She doesn't have as many creeps as the Chen does early on, 2 at most. So taking one of them out of the picture by just Frostbiting it up and right-clicking it down takes away a lot of that early game rotation potential that the Enchantress brings to the table. Looking forward to seeing that. Also, obviously, helps out the Invoker, helps out the Beastmaster a little bit with that aura. Yeah. Alright. Game 2 at Finem. They are down 1-0. Have to win this one if they want to stay in the series, and they want to keep their hopes alive in terms of making their way to Frankfurt. If you're just tuning in, welcome. My name is Dragon Drop, and these are the teams. Let's start with the Radiant side. It's gonna be Team Spirit, Funning back on the Beastmaster. Gonna be Iceberg back on the Invoker. He'll be taking up spot. Goblak on the Crystal main support. Illidan playing the Morphling. I always want to fly ahead of the flock, placing down some early observer wards, maybe expecting some sort of observer coming out on the Dire side, try to set it out with a sentry. I'd be so lucky, but hey, at least confirming that there's no vision coming out for the offlane of Finem. Speaking of that, it looks like Skylark taking that one over on the Enchantress this time around. We've got Doug playing the puck in the middle lane. You have a defensive tri lane with maybe next time on the Witch Doctor. At Hero Spartan taking over the Wisp. And Madara on the Sven. Pretty much as one of his signature heroes, really. So, question is, can Team Spirit deal with the Wisp? They don't have a lot of AoE damage or AoE control rate to deal with that. Do have the Invoker pretty much. So if they relocate into an Invoker combo, obviously it's gonna be super hard to deal with. Apart from that though, they be able to find some openings here. Not on Morphling, which is gonna be an important hero to shut down, right? As soon as Illidan gets level 6, he's gonna have the Replicate available. Try to lock down when he's split pushing and farming aggressively here. Just be careful though, because when you replicate out, you don't disjoint right clicks. If there's an Enchantress on the field, that can hurt you quite a bit. Obviously there's a damage cap on that impetus. Actually quite know when that is. 3500 distance. Oh, yeah. I don't know how much damage it translates to though, but the point is, if you replicate out, if you start switching back into agility, you'll still get hit by that right click if that's already on the way, and that might just catch you off guard. She actually seen that first in TI4 qualifiers and Cerner was casting, and ended up in all the highlight reels from Dota Cinema, so it was quite fun. Like Spike, alright, that's always unfortunate, but nothing really happened during it, I suppose, but with smoke up here in Skylark, looking for Iceberg here, they get the Troll Trap, nice little Nightmare here to keep the Dark away. Maybe next time actually coming in from the side, he's the one claiming the first blood, always on fly, might end up falling 2 here with the slow from the enchant, cannot get the Brain Stab off. Tower aggro being jugged enough so that maybe next time it doesn't get punished, so once again, the focus on the middle lane, Sunstrike, where was that one? Oh. And more leg spikes. I apologize for that, my internet connection sometimes does these things with me, but the point is, Finem off to a good start again, once again shutting down the Invoker, even though it didn't quite end up working out last time. Did keep Iceberg out of the game for quite a while, and always something that you're looking for, right? Especially if you're running a puck this time around as well. It's a hero that can get much more aggressive than a Death Prophet can, just in terms of making things happen, in terms of creating space, controlling the team fights. As soon as you hit level 6, level 7 here, you're gonna see Doug teleporting around, maybe smoking up towards the lane, throw out the coil, and get a kill. Relocate at the same time as coming online, then obviously it's much easier as well. You have the +2. Yeah. Just right now he's doing some stacks and pulls. Try and get his level 2. He will find it, but level 6 is a different story entirely. So far, Bane trying to do Bane things. Now, this Nightmare. They will have Sunstrike. Throw it out though, they didn't quite have enough damage to bring him down. After that, still had this defensive orb. Roll out. Something that you have to watch out for. Obviously, you don't. Finem is not the only one having that aggressive potential. Being of aggression here, Sunstrike. Oh, Skylark turns around, so he'll stay alive. Skylark, well, if he didn't have the heal going there, he would have been dead for sure. Or the Sunstrike would have hit. Trying to put on some pressure on Goblin. He will lose his creep spot. He was timing out though, so extra farm coming in the way of Team Spirit. Don't really need extra farm. Illidan's still doing well in terms of last hits, but he's being more contested than Madara is. He's sitting at 26 right now. And there's a Mango available if anyone's going on him. Panic. He's getting his levels. That's what all you can expect from him. Just be careful not to get rotated around on himself, but I think it's gonna be the mid lane once again. At Finem. It's gonna focus the efforts on, yeah, they're gonna plop down another ward. Nice Iceberg up in the high ground, and Doug is doing a good job just chipping away at him with the orb spam. Sure to use it whenever there's he's But if he's safe enough to do so, right? It's what I was talking about earlier. If you don't have that one available defensively, you get nightmare out. Both on the fly, they haven't really been able to find these kind of things. Now with 2 points up in the brain stab, it's a little bit easier to come by. Gotta wonder if that's fast enough here. Iceberg, even going for that quick point into the wax that luckily available. Gonna fly. We still have to get the nightmare off, right? That's the thing. Lane, it's not gonna be easy, especially with the sword running out and you saw the movement past the tower, so that can feel very safe. What he's doing right now. Away the tower, getting his levels. He's level 6 now, so either you see the puck rotate around in the side lane, or you see the sports rotating again. So far though, Spartan and Madara. Well, Spartan is busy helping out Madara. Maybe next time he's taking some of that space up top to get some extra levels for himself, and Karnak also doing well enough in the offlane. Isn't necessarily pressured to make something happen elsewhere. Finem right now, they're comfortable just farming up. Or they want to make anything happen. They have some time, obviously, since it's a hero that needs a lot of items to actually get going really well. Just being combat effective. Add that to his spend. Well, he's got a lot of losses now. They were clearing up some jungle stacks. That was actually Spartan. Giving up with Thug. Smoke up. Might just go straight up to the top lane. Wrap around on Phonics, so very standard movement here, right there, across that line. Will run straight into them. Does have the Hawk though, he does see it coming, or does he? Maybe looking somewhere else on the map, he gets caught with the call. Will end up falling here to the silence burst damage. Down of any sort from Team Spirit the works. Counter rotation, no determined push. So just like last game, Finem with the early game advantage. Question is, can they turn it into something? In this game, they have a bit of a better lineup almost, I want to say. Go into the later parts of the game, they have a Sven that can turn absolutely monstrous. Already has the type of the Dominators, so try and stack up some stats. Centaur Conqueror. It's been spotted up always on fly. The question is, can Spirit actually contest these stacks? Really? Because of Beastmasters forming Ancients have been long gone, and even then it was never really designed to be able to farm up enemy Ancients pretty quickly. So, not really happening, but Phonics sitting on the side, he's pinged up by Scarlock, so he knows what's up. To eat his way through the trees, and he does with his axes. It's probably, it was just waiting for a roll to come in, plus some TPs, he turned it into a kill as it stands. Tier 2 is taking a bit of chip damage, same time Illidan trying to trade for Tier 1 down in the bottom lane, but maybe next time is here. Trying to look aggressive, looks scary.
Regeneration.
A lot of action happening here, but only a matter of time. Spartan's getting close to his level 6 here, leeching off the stronger XP from Madara as much as he can. Helping him out. And, well, yeah, can't score reuse, but get the tower. Yeah, that's not been denied. These kind of gold that he needs. Comfortable straight up to Lincoln's, but looks of it with that ring of health.
No.
Lincoln Sphere in this game. Not sure if that's actually a play, honestly. The only thing that's you really have in terms of stuns that would pop it, Cask as well as the Stormhammer, both of those are projectile stuns. You can make a case for it here, considering that at least Sven will still want to build a Blink Dagger, despite the Wisp being behind him, giving him that mobility. So a Blink and a short range projectile stun is much harder to react to than a max range stun, obviously. Have a lot of time to actually see it coming. Got top lane, okay, gonna be on Phonics, finally a little bit too far forward. Also really low K, very hard to keep track of sometimes, but definitely very successful early on. Take him back out after a swipe on tier 2, so I'm not gonna be able to turn it into the tower just yet, but they don't have to. Go straight back, found this ancient stack, and yeah, look at Madara's last hits. 114, 115 now, 16. The last Black Dragon. Not even 10 minutes in. If you look at that worth, yeah, it's also ridiculous. 6.5k. He is halfway to Sergeant Yasha, even more now. Plus the Humble Dominator, plus the treads. Head out to Iceberg again. He's got his minus in much more decent timing here compared to the last game. Fuck man, it's just he's the one being punished hard, but just the right clicks. Exhort on the alacrity, just coming out whenever, but I feel like these supports haven't been able to do too much just yet. Neither has Finem, even though he did have the draw available for quite some time, so I'm trying to fix that right now. I have to go walk up the high ground though, and Goblak is doing, plops down the ward, see each other. Well, they figure out that everyone else went the other way, not really. Skylark runs right into that one. Not actually dead just yet. That's why I got to use this Nightmare coming out here. They will burst him down finally, but not before Duck. Oh, Duck can come in, raise some interference here, create some trades. It's gonna be Goblak going down. Fnatic also tracking side to side. No way for them to save themselves. To relocate here. Where the hell are they going? Back middle lane. Iceberg though. He's still coming. Sort of treated wrong side of the map though. We'll still track him down with that movement speed. Look at this damage here. Making the most use of the god strength that they can. Madara just with the instant relocate after cleaning up top.
Dire's bottom tower is under
That's
attack.
pretty much it. Sergeant Yasha completed. 400 gold or so for 15. We want up top. One rushing almost on flank. Too much forward here, but probably extend time to try and save him. We'll still take out 2 that maledict. Just main unable to really do too much up against this. ESL Death Lord was too late at that point already. Maybe next time not even go for the heals. Also worth pointing out. 3 points up into the Maledicts, that does a shit ton of damage on Dark. While he's TPing out, there's no roll available. For another 2 seconds, it has to hurt so badly. Getting that free pick off there. Don't even know if he would have gotten that. Didn't have the necro creeps just yet. 2 points up in speed, so don't have an insane attack speed. You expect these days from Beastmaster, but it doesn't quite found the levels just yet.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Let's take a look at the graphs here, 12 minutes in, and as you would expect at Finem, commanding position right now. 5k gold, 12 minutes, pretty decent. If you look at the experience as well, that's not tower gold getting them ahead, which is kind of the flimsy lead. It can turn around just as quickly as I get it. It's all kill gold and also just the pure farming efficiency from Madara and Spartan. Not just been stacking up ancients, they've also been stacking up the normal creep camps. The spend is now sitting at 2k. To it, they don't have much to show for it. Now let's relocate up top. But like, he was able to bring down the Witch Doctor, but it will pay with his own life for it. Probably still worth it, honestly. Just force us to relocate. Just Spartan's gonna leave him. No, it's gonna take that reuse tether. Actually, the Ancients, another triple stack to farm, and now Skylark actually. Let's get bursted down by Illidan and the Goblak. Let's see how that can happen here, but I guess yeah. Back to Slova now after that. This will have. Plus the waveform is not something that you can ignore. Burst damage, even just with the 1.0 adaptive strike as well. The waveform is a big damage here. 325 and 11-second cooldown. Very ridiculous nuke if you really think about it. It also helps with their positioning, so it does tend to help up against Enchantress who's may have untouchable, might have maxed out heal. Does not have a lot of health points to go up against this. Right, overall, look at Team Spur. I mean, they are behind. Can still be fine with that because they haven't lost a lot of towers just yet. Still have a lot of space to farm, and they're getting a lot of farm on Illidan. Because he knows much Madara, he just doesn't have the farming mechanisms to do that. Once they can keep the lane, keep the game backed out, They would just feel comfortable that they're able to take it in the later parts of the game. They also have the Invoker, obviously, one of the better late game heroes. Now Relocate comes in, another fight breakdown, always on a flank, corner in the back. Zildan, corner in the front here, trying to be a little bit too aggressive, a little bit too cheeky. Amadara only uses stun. Not quite have that available just yet, but he does have a blink for himself. Try. Capture someone else here, throws another stun onto Goblak, but doesn't want to dive past the tower. Being able to get the kill, I suppose, but... Actually, with Iceberg being close. Not. So again, it's just Ed Finem doing a really good job. Just utilizing the mobility. Relocate's always on point. Team Spirit, right now, while they're fine just taking it passive, you don't want to give up kills, obviously. You don't want to give up towers, but right now, sure they can defend this one. Definitely not if they're not in position already.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And we try and do straight up.
Is under attack.
Iceberg pushing down the middle lane, top lane also being pushed by Illidan now, as well as Phonic. Now has a max up in the base, plus the necrobook's starting to go.
Dire's middle tower is under
TP comes out here, Phonic hasn't shown himself just yet, eats his way through the trees, he can kind of throw out the axe and throw out a raw, but there's more help coming. Just way too dangerous. Middle lane. Hold on to that one, just the pushing power is just not quite there in Team Spirit. Putting hard enough. Finem okay, they're gonna go indeed, the relocate is there, actually Sven blinked out of range. So Wisp is all alone in mid lane, was still enough to bring down Okay with the help of the Witch Doctor, step forward. Well, Stark's ultimate. Okay, Spartan comes back, he just gets brought down and feed to him up maybe next time. Same time, that was a lot of hate towards these two supports. Showing themselves. You're welcome, Russ, with just these two kills, normally some that you're really happy to give over. Running these heroes, but if you're that far ahead, the support kills are worth quite a bit. Especially considering that Team Spirit hasn't been able to find anything up until this point, so now they get these two kills with a lot of AoE gold going away, coming their way as well, plus the tower obviously. Illidan is still up here. Replicate those for another 10 seconds. Careful, can't really overextend. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. They will also do some chip damage here too, which is fine. Thing is though, AF, they're not quite done yet, right? They have a lot of room to grow. They have the Blink Dagger and Park, obviously, they have had it on Sven. Also Sanjinasha now going for the BKB, so more or less standard build up, and yeah, they're doing what these Chinese teams have been very adamant of doing every single time they run a Sven, which is the constant stacking of these ancients. Now, bit of team fight here, Relocate comes out though. Coil keeps Iceberg in place. It's just easy team fights, not just the... Probably gonna take it back. Oh god, Goblak, 1, 2, 3? Oh my god. That is the worst. That is the worst. Just before the Relocate comes back out, that last swipe gives Madara the double kill. And with Gustrate going, you just go back to the Ancients, finish farming. It's like super effective right now. 18 minutes in, he's sitting at 13.7k net worth. Turn this to Roshan as well here. They have that massive amount of heal coming in with Shark. Even just a level 1 wood restoration and 16 heal per second. Got times 2.5 for the tether heal. Is he also the Io with his own urn? Team Spirit, how long can they hold on? Losing heroes, but they're also starting to lose objectives now. I'm not gonna be able to get that complete trade up top. It's only Iceberg here who's not committing as hard as he could have potentially. Trying to bring down a CO2.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
Yeah, it just speaks competent to me. It just feels like they having a lot more fun playing this game, right? Everyone's getting what they need. There's denies, yeah, they even get themselves a take on a puck. Just this kind of game, you don't feel the need for Yule Scepter. And actually quite a statement here. I mean, you're up against an Invoker. Gets Bane. He gets the beast bounce on. Maybe he figures alright, it's probably not gonna be the way to go anyway, so if you went for a defensive item in this game, it would probably be the Lincolns instead, or BKB. Either one would be quite good, actually. On top lane here, Goblin signs up, that comes in. We're looking at maybe next time, but instead, and I have that extra +2 with the balance button here. Blink forward here, cancel TP from Mouse Wanna Fly, that's a secondary kill. It's running circles for Team Spirit right now. They cannot get anything done. Every time they move out, every time they overextend, every time they extend anything, it's gonna be turned into an overextension. With that relocated now, a little with a haste skill. Looks like he wants to try and make some camp of that. Might get maybe next time, especially with Iceberg coming in from that extra angle. Little kill there, and Skylark can get some help. Has a TP in. Maybe Thug does have an ultimate available. He can also finds it onto Iceberg and build in. Now Madara as well. Does not quite have his god strength. Don't have detection for Iceberg actually. He's gonna have to try and deal with him with the AoE here. The detection grid from Spartan are just not enough, so it's almost pretty good, but Elden able to just make his way out there on the back of the replicate. And the T just goes to walk enough to keep the Invoker safe this time around. Probably won't make that mistake again here, Witch Doctor buying some extra sentries. Will be that. Let's talk about Skylark actually. He been too flashy so far this game, 3-2 and 3 there. Decent kill participation, is also getting his farm going. Decent degree here. Has a Dragon Lance and noticing Goldblack go for in an Ox game. Just like last game, might just sneak up on the but amount of damage enchanters can do with these few items. Those items are not cheap, but at least the Aghanim Scepter, I guess. It's not cheap, but it's very easy to build up. It's not like Radiance where you have to save up 3,800 gold for one component. Can much easier to build up, much harder to shut down with just a couple of kills. And now teamfight goes on. Dark blinking in deep with a card on 2 here. Follow up stuff from Dara, but there's Feed Scope here just as pop the BKB. Will they be able to bring it down here? Need some more right clicks and they will find him. It's only Aegis though, he will come back without his ultimate though, so the damage is not there. He's really in deep, so his team would have been in position to really help him out, so good on him. He's able to get the blink out now. Okay, that's the Wisp going down. First down by Ilden, now he's looking for more. He's zoning up from Dara as much as he can. One trade here if we don't count Ilden. What the hell? You're dropping so low. That's just a bit of magical burst. He only had 1,000 health points to play with. Not enough time to morph to strength. With that, an Iceberg going down at the back. Just be a set of Rex now. Madara's still there, quite alive. Doug as well. He needs it, but the thing is that these big controlling and damaging heroes were all down, only with a buyback from the Invoker. It's an AF pack. Not sure how that happened, honestly. I'm not sure how Invoker ended up dying, but alright, definitely making use of the Aegis decision, going in very deep there. Would have been much different though if they had any sort of damage over time or instant damage out after that Aegis reincarnation. Some sort of Blade Fury if they had a Juggernaut, something like that. Just a meatball, it was like Woodhound, I believe. Anything to cancel Blink Dagger. As it stands, they take the tier 3, they don't lose a whole lot. Take another look at the graph and it almost looks like a copy of the last one, just goes further and further into Finem's favor. In the last one, obviously, it was Spirit who was on Dire's side in the bottom part of the bracket, bottom part of this graph. Now about 10k Goldie, 12k experience. And it's just gonna go from bad to worse. Ilden can be knocked down, signs up. Nah, not quite enough here, Madara. Dang it, not quite enough to get him close. This one will fail. Now the relocate will be used. Quite on the point though, not quite on the mark. Madara wasted another BKB charge in this one. That was 9-second charge too, so it kinda hurts. Not caught with that dust. TP and is out. Quite uncharacteristic, but hey, if you've considered that that was pretty much the first missed gank. Pretty good performance so far there from Sparta and Madara on this combo. Even though it was a missed gank, they don't lose anything off of this. I mean, these cooldowns are rather low. Spend level 3 God Strength, that's 80-second cooldown, and the Wisp, similar kind of area, has 75 seconds now. Relocate. Do that almost every minute, give or take. Litten, Sea Building, does have a Lincoln Sphere now once again. Maybe not the most effective item in this particular game, it does help them split push, and I think they're gonna have to rely on that. Try and keep the lanes pushed out as much as they can, but I don't think AF can. They're all smoked up as 5 now, looking for a target. So they replicate here, and they are not being fooled with the smoke not breaking. Instead, they're gonna go and always want to fly, bursting down instantly. Now, with the God Strength popped, able to take the tower, they just had the creeps here, but that replicate is still alive. Backing the creeps away, nice play there. But trying to delay this as much as they can, but they have lost the CM at the same time. Just doesn't take long whatsoever. It's looking worse and worse here. More God Strength, but they will still be able to bring down Star rather quickly, just on the back of the attack speed that they have. Just pure brute force.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The trade-off is once again that Ilden's getting his farm, but I'm actually not sure if that's going to be enough for them, honestly. Even if he gets his shotgun combo up, all he can really do unless he gets himself into trees. Okay. Let's see, I am still being there. I figured that he would TP out with the rest of them, but he pick off. Nice to have, obviously. A lot of gold going the way of the Invoker, who's looking for that item scepter still. Didn't quite end up bouncing back as well as he did in the last game. Talking about, yeah, I'm not sure if the Morphling is going to be enough, honestly. Even when he finishes up the shotgun build, it looks like he's waiting for the camp to respawn to then get that completed E-Blade. So the best you can do is really take out one of these supports. And it's gonna have to be Wisp every single time, which may or may not be enough, because Wisp, as long as he relocates in the Sven, gets him in a good position, can do the same thing. Right? Sven can just go blink in, take someone out, just like the Morphling can. Biggest thing is still that to take out the Wisp means that to take out the support from Madara, can take these continued fights as easily. At this point, Ilden's doing a decent amount of damage with the D-Blade as well, obviously giving him a lot of agility to play with. Invoker, even though Iceberg's not having the best game, he's still doing enough damage with the Exort. He can bring down Madara, they can just control him, but being said, Dara's not the only one being able to blow up heroes, obviously. Doug. Dagon is pretty desperate for that as well. Now, dodges the E-Blade charge. Ilden is just doing some chip generation towers before replicating out. So that part of Team Spirit's strategy is working, right? They making sure that AF have to look behind themselves. They cannot spend a lot of time on the radiant side of the map without being punished in terms of structural damage. Charges now. Again, Scepter plus Dragonlance, so help. I kinda wonder though if Thug is not really regretting his decision to max out the Dagon as much. Obviously you can burst down the support heroes. Maybe that's just the idea, just try and equalize the field. Just accounting for the Morphling burst, Morphling shotgun. Try and defend them against that, but instead just sure that it's not gonna give you a numerical advantage. This is as valuable as these supports are to keep Madara alive on the side of Finem. As valuable is the Bane, for instance, just being able to provide that Fiend script, being able to provide the control through the BKB. which is what teams would have to rely on if they want to kite around Madara. Even if the Wisp is down, Madara has Blink there yet. He has a ridiculous amount of damage. He's gonna have another Aegis as well.
Immortality.
Bottom line is, for Team Spirit to win a team fight, a lot of things have to go right. They have the tools for sure. Especially with the Aggron Scepter now and the Invoker being completed as well. But do not get the right, proper team fight, and they might just lose their base if any sort of lane is pushed out. Dara survives with his ultimate going. It's gonna be a big deal. So well, but if I can come in, create some good chaos with the Coral as well as the Silence. Speaking of Silence, Region side of Team Spirit that can deal with that. They have the Link and Sphere and the Morphling, but it's about all the defensive items that they have, obviously. Not gonna do a trick. Once again, I almost want to say that a Manta style would have been better. Okay. What's coming out? Don't know what's going on, but hey. Gives me a chance to breathe, maybe drink some water. Because solo casting is a bit more taxing on the voice, you would imagine. Anything else I haven't talked about just yet, just look at these heroes. Limit Cape and Witch Doctor, useful to have. Awesome being in more or less. Still want to say 5 position.
Dire's top tower.
Yes, he is. They're putting a little bit more emphasis on the IO. Also a cool thing that you can do, obviously, with a global mobility. Spartan just sitting behind a tower, they're pushing down the bottom lane. Top lane is still being threatened, but they can join in for the teamfight any moment, really. That is okay. Illidan, just watch him now. Replicated out, but that drag kick's gonna follow him. 1250. So much was taken on. Be stupid. Maybe dodge it with that waveform, but we didn't see the particle. That's what happens. Trust me, guys. The right click follows you after replicate. I've seen it before. Someone wants to set up for a relocate up top. Yeah, they might see Goblak. Yeah, Skylark will figure that out. Inside the trees. Still Finem on the top lane. I think they know that he's here. His way, maybe a bit of a lair. Jungle. These trees with the axes. But his job is just to constantly be there. The lane pushed out to make sure that it never really can sustain push up across the river. That would be the only objective that AF could still go for. That's the only easy objective they can still take on the outside. Apart from the high ground push, and apart from Roshan, obviously, which can be back up for quite a while. Obviously, they just took it, so they still have that advantage. Yeah, that meaning, right? It's either the tier 2 up top or a high ground push. And the first option is being taken care of by Finem just keeping the lane pushed out, versus just sitting on the side. And the high ground push is obviously more dangerous for Team Spirit if it succeeds, but it's also more dangerous for Finem to actually execute. Despite having the Aegis on top of Madara. He can still do a lot of damage, Madara can still be caught out of position by Fiend Script. IO can be burst down, and you also wouldn't have that defensive relocate available, obviously. So. Getting to a point where we are starting to head into late game Dota. Obviously for Madara, late game has already arrived. He's seeing 24k net worth. To help of the dominate sitting in this sitting at the courier, obviously. He just taking that slot and Clark links forward.
Wicked.
And then what? Okay. I was a hero there. Yes. Now with that, this one single creep surviving.
Radiant's bottom tower
Dara's gonna use the time to do some damage here, force out the glyph, and now he's might be in a little bit of trouble. The big KB, but holding on to it for the time being, just looking for this damage, and will be able to bring down the tower. Well, bring down the racks here with the overcharge from Wisp. Now just trying to make his way out without popping the Aegis. Ideally, Spartan able to accomplish it for him with the link, extra movement speed, extra heals. So that was a that was a surgical strike almost, right? Bring down the Bane. Normally you wouldn't think that would be enough to warrant a high ground push, but no one was really there for a side of Team Spirit. Once again, the insane amount of damage that this guy is doing, especially with the moonshot. Hit it right away. Means that he has a lot of inherent attack speed, add on top of that the overcharge, plus the god strength. An extra 200% bonus damage. Yeah. That Drax didn't stand a chance. No. Didn't have to use relocate for that or anything of worth really. They didn't lose the Aegis. Dara can still be healed up by Spartan here once they choose to spend some overcharge and the urn. There we go. Gonna be, even without lifesteal's inventory right now, he's still gonna be kept up by his teammates. Gonna turn it into another push. Everything is available for Team Spirit. The top lane is still being pushed out. And there you go, the fight starts. Like they're being taken over by next time sitting in front line now, pops the BKB now, looking for the tower, they don't want anything else. There's the Queen Switch coming, Mars won't fly nothing to really stop it until the call comes out of the back. They just want to have these objectives done. Cassian has no damage on the low ground, not doing the damage that they need really. I think at Finem, I should probably get the hell out, especially with this dying in the high ground. I'm not sure what he's doing there now, Tower. He doesn't have the same kind of protective layer, already used the Aegis as well, he's dropping low, they need to have the damage when he turns around, at least makes a trade for it. Bringing down that Bane here. Next one on the list will be the Enchantress still being tracked down. Also able to TP out. That again up on top, up in front. Sodara. Which Enchantress just yes, with the impetus damage could bring him down, so they want, if Enchantress wants, you can also pick up a moonshot as well. Definitely got a lot of gold over that fight.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Team Spirit still hold on to the second set of racks here. They lose another tower, but getting down to Sven was an accomplishment that they haven't been able to do this entire game. He's 8-1-9. That was his first death this game. It just speaks about how well Madara is and how playing on Zero. This game in particular and also in general. Just something that you have to expect if you give the Wisps over to Finem. Teams that are no stranger to that kind of strat do quite well. Crystal Maiden actually got the monster kill streak from Madara. Maybe not the best hero to have it on, so really spent it on. I think 4-star for the Glimmer Cave, either one of those. Not sure what he had before, but really obviously you want to have it on Illidan or the Iceberg on Invoker. Speaking of them, trying to burst down maybe next time. Replicate it out straight after, so one of these kind of shenanigans that you can do as the Morphling. It's gonna get the kill, but it didn't really use anything of worth either. Maybe stop this hard a bit, who knows. Yeah, ideally would have wanted that big kill streak goal on the Invoker or something like that, but he still has his BKB. Elden is still sitting top of their team's net worth. The only one that's really really eclipsing them by far is that Sven, as you would expect. He's now going for the crit stick, going back for that Satanic here. I think he even sold some of the Dominator, so he doesn't plan going Satanic anytime soon. Other games, obviously, there would be something that Sven's consider. In this game with the Wisp as well, so which tucked behind you as well as the Enchantress here if you need it. But he doesn't want to have that. Doesn't need that lifesteal, right? That's probably a better thing to say. Gotta finish up the crit stick, and after that get sell the Sanj and Yasha. And yeah, the Sanj and Yasha gets more damage, right? Okay. So really looking forward to the stage. Obviously, before that, this is the point where you start want you to hold on to buyback. We're getting to the late game Dota phase. If you actually want to check buybacks, it's only in the Thug on the Puck. Skylark on the Enchantress as well as Icebook on the Invoke. Hold on to that right now. Beastmaster is pretty close. This is something that you have to start accounting for now. Also, if you Team Spirit rather than Finem, because you still have a decent control of the lanes, decent control of the game. We're getting to the point where a single mistake can kind of tip the scales back in favor of Team Spirit. I mean, that last high ground defense, giving over the big kill streak, already cut that gold advantage in half. Gains advantage, similar kind of story. So at Finem, you have to be careful not to do the same thing again, which is why we see them wait for Roshan. It's a long respawn though, and I have to wait here for quite a while. The thing is as well, a lot of the gold advantage on Finem is on Madara, which is good and bad at the same time, because Sven is at a point where he can deal with everyone if he can just get close. If he can get these swings in, even without the ultimate going at this stage. He's doing a ridiculous amount of damage, always has in this game, but having that much net worth concentrated on one hero can also be a curse, because if that hero is then taken out of the fight, if he's being kited, which is when it's very liable to struggle with. And that net worth is not going to do anything for you, and in this game especially. Morphling, who's very elusive, playing his cards right. Good Invoker, who also similar kind of situation, very hard to lock down sometimes. You have a Bane with a Fiend Script, can lock him down through BKB. You have Beastmaster, who can also lock him down through BKB with the Raw. It's like he's also going for refresher builds, so after Necro and the Bleak. As a Perseverance, he has enough gold for a second one. Double Raw on the horizon as well. So you sort of have plenty of ways to carry around this family. The only one that doesn't really have anything is the Crystal Main. And again, I'm lying too, because that's a 4-star as well as the Glimmer Cape. And Team Spirit, they definitely have the tools to be able to outplay at Finem here. So to try and outplay this Sven. Keep him at bay, deal with everyone else, and then you go. Then cannot 1v5 because of all these things that are happening. Same time at Finem they have a decent initiation as well. I mean, they also have their secondary damage deals, so it's not like as long as Sven can get something done with the fight, it almost doesn't matter if he dies. Yeah, the rest of his team still is at a decent fighting capability. Skylark can't be that secondary damage dealer here with Defense, obviously. He has his own moonshot now, as I mentioned, as I alluded to earlier. Moonshot, Axe Drag, that's not the free for this. That is a ridiculous amount of damage in its own right, and that goes through BKB as well. Same for the Spanish or right clicks, obviously. Then you get Death Ward as well. With the Ether Lens, so maybe next time can get that off at a decent range, so he can position himself properly. Be as exposed thanks to the item. Level 2 Death Ward here, no Aghanim Scepter obviously, not having the gold for that. Still, it does help. We're still gonna have that extra burst on the park, and looks like he wants to go for Sheepstick. Yeah, he has the Void Stun as well as the Ultimate Orb. No Aghanim Scepter or anything of the like. It's obviously kind of hard to make work in a high ground push scenario without having a 4-star or even the Vengeful Spirit. To kind of force the tether break, which is the only benefit that you have with Aghanim Scepter on a puck. And that's tether stun, tether break stun. Well, that was... Oh hey! Hopefully just did something there. Team Spirit did to his illusion. To his replicant. For him it was the Enchantress, so this time around the burst was enough. Extra couple of right clicks to follow. Yeah. Aghanim Scepter on the puck. So I believe 4.5 seconds stun that goes through BKB on a tether break. So unless you have something like Eventual Spirit Swap to cheekily trigger that yourself, you might not be able to get the mileage out of that if you're pushing high ground. So in that sense, the Hex is the much better choice in this situation. Finem then, in a similar kind of position obviously that Team Spirit is. They can just kite around the Invoker as well as the Morphling a little bit more. Just make sure that they can deal with one problem at a time. Position. The Hex will allow them to do that, to help control up someone, burst them down quickly, and move on to the next, or alternatively just ignore that one hero. Burst down someone else and then turn your attention back. It's a really cheeky place here from Iceberg, having these Forge Bursts kind of skip the creep wave. This game goes back to what I was talking about earlier, the kind of game plan Team Spirit has had this entire game, just try and keep Finem away from the base, because once AF gets to the base, we see what happens, right? This Melee-Rax died in like a couple of seconds. Spiked the cliff. It was just a single moment where Team Spirit was out of position and where the backdoor region was not in place. The one pesky melee creep joining in together with Dara, but a bit of a smoke up here. Looks like they might lose patience. Still have that Aegis and they want to use it obviously. Are on the front lines. Need to approach though. Okay, Alps are flying, jumping low, not low enough. Also will keep it safe. Now BKB and all that. Dara rolled up, speed script up. Quickly healed up by Spartan though, so they need to focus on that now. Another roll to maybe next time just cancel that one. Nice little combo there from the Invoker, bringing 2 heroes down. So that's 2 supports and also the Idol and everyone else. The best way to kite the Madara, no BKB, so he has to decide on something. Iceberg almost ends up onto the right next here, but Madara, well, will lose his Aegis. All of his friends pretty much dead. Doug will trade out for Iceberg, so they're doing some work, but now Nightmare. Gotta make sure that Doug is taken care of now, has to make the puck dance, and looks like he will be able to do it, get himself out, create enough space for Madara, who TP back up top, and top. The push there was real. Losing own set of racks. Okay, Doug just turns around to Phonic. Not enough burst damage to bring him down for good, and now goes the wrong way. Lose gem. Was them his inventory. Once again. Patience worth in for Finem, and why we get does not tell the whole story, but if you look at the graph, that was the other half. First half of that huge 12k net worth advantage was taken in that first high ground push. The second one brought it right back to the 0 mark in terms of gold as well as experience.
Dire's middle tower is under
That's where the
attack.
cookie crumbles. And Dara, he was kited. Able to damage and actually make the kills happen. The 4 stars were there, the Raw and the Fiend script controlled them up a long time. Then the Ice Wall. BKB running low, righty. Relive anyway to deal with that. Oh god, spot. I'll do that for you. Now, rolling back, Sunstrike comes out of Madara, need a little bit of extra help. Can still pop his BKB, but now Illidan is there with a little bit of extra slow from the Skadi. Maybe next time might be enough to bring him down. The save here, at least force on a BKB. Skylark, Illidan, this is man fighting here, but he's morphing strength, he's very hard to deal with at this stage without the god strength available. Doesn't have mana for it actually. Sid Chap is going down too, another cast will try and keep Phonic and Illidan away. Another waveform comes out, there's a bit of a silence is there if you're called to keep Illidan here. Doesn't have a replicate out, there's a Hex, doesn't want to pop the tether but doesn't need to. Goblin comes in with a 4-star into the ultimate and it's beautiful. Let's go on a high ground. That is something that Finem were not expecting to come at them. It looks like they're doing it again. More 5k health, 5k max health. Possible to deal with here. Just talking about late game Dota. Just one moment, one big mistake. Just the entire game. The Fiend scoop is there. EKB from an hour, not gonna be enough. The right clicks are there, but they'll relocate back, so they're still trying to do what they can to stop this from happening, but Ancient is dropping. Not from the cliff. They do not have any more buybacks here. Madara will be rolled up. Might click down, another relocate, it was the one coming back. Secondary roll, Madara will fall and GG, well played, it's gone. At Finem. For the longest time in this game, they've had it in their hands. They have not been able to finish it out. They have not been able to find the pickups that they needed. They have not been able to push out the lanes. The team spirit, very patient play, very thought out play. Just speaks to the experience that this team has on the back of their captain here. Look at the players, of course, as well. Goblin, Kilton, Iceberg, always on fly and Fanatic, all of them